Today, I'm at the Age UK Hammersmith and Fulham Centre in London, which garden has seen a recent renovation and demonstrates the calm, healing power that green spaces can provide. And I can't wait to speak to the volunteers who've made this all happen and the individuals who are now enjoying their time closer to nature. Susie was one of the main volunteers that made this garden transformation possible. And today, she's going to tell me a little bit about that journey.
Hey Tayshan, lovely to see you. Thank
too.
you so much for coming.
No, pleasure. Oh, what a lovely day for it as well.
It is. Come on, sun. It's got to come out a bit more sunbeams. We need them.
That's it. I need a bit of, sun in my life.
Absolutely.
But do you want to show me a little bit around the garden?
Yes.
So Susie, tell me how this garden has come to be like it is today.
So I was on the telephone call with a friend and she said, got to stop, Susie. I'm going garden. But Mary, you haven't got a garden. So she told me that she worked for Age UK. She had 5 gardens down in Oxted, and that she goes into people's houses who can't garden anymore or would like somebody to garden with. And this was before COVID, and I thought, oh, that's a great idea. Looked around, found Hammersmith here, and put in my application form. But then COVID happened. So immediately after COVID, they said to me, would you like to take over this garden? Which was completely overgrown, because you can imagine
Yeah, of course,
no one was allowed in. So it's really been a work in progress and still is a work in progress.
Well, lockdown saw all places around the UK unmaintained, and you saw this kind of wilderness creep into everyday life. It really was wild, wasn't it?
Completely.
I can imagine a space like this left kind of unmaintained for a while. I can't imagine there would have been any paths you could walk down.
No, there were no flowers in the garden to start with at all. And I thought that had to be a priority. So I did like a quick thing for that first summer of putting flowers in. And now slowly we've been cutting back some of the trees and making room. Like over there, we've got the lovely roses.
Beautiful.
But that was just one big hedge.
So it's really transformed in that short space of time.
Yeah.
See, I thought that this was a project that might have been a decade or two going, but this is a few years.
It's just a few years, which I think could give other people inspiration about what they could do too in their own gardens.
Emily is the volunteering manager at Hammersmith and Fulham, and she's going to tell me about the centre and the services the charity provide. So how many people use this space?
I would say each day we have approximately 80 to 100 clients come to our centre. They come for a variety of reasons. We have exercise classes, we have Reiki, we have wellbeing, we have IT lessons, we have lunches. So many things are going on, but knowing that there's this garden space here means that they can do what they came to do, enjoy that, and then come out and enjoy the garden as well.
So you kind of like build that bridge between the indoors and the outdoors.
Yeah, it's kind of an oasis, a haven in this area. It's the 6th most densely populated area in the whole of the UK. So as you can imagine, a lot of our clients live in flats without access to outdoor space, or they maybe have mobility issues or other challenges which mean that they don't feel safe going to a local park or can't physically get to a local park. So it really is a gift to them to have somewhere that they can go in such an urban area and feel safe.
Gardens are amazing places to be able to pull people together.
Absolutely, and I think in essence that's really what we're about, connecting with one another. We bring people together, we connect people who are otherwise isolated and lonely and improve well-being. It's a beautiful thing.
I come to the club every day of the week, 5 days a week. I do exercises 4 days a week, and I have lunch every day, and then we have bingo on Friday.
That sounds like you've got a busy schedule.
Oh, we have.
And how important is that for you?
Well, that's very important for me, and is I've got polio, and I have got my 2 hips done, and I have my knee done, so I have to keep walking. And it's very important to be able to get here and to be able to talk to people. We're so lucky to have this place. We're so lucky.
We're so lucky to have this place. 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 We're so How important is this garden to you?
There is something lovely about simply watching the sky and the movement of the birds. And we get lots of birds in the trees here, and even watching the daisies growing. So that's what I really love about it, I think. And my father was always in the garden and rearing fruit and vegetables and lovely flowers as well, yeah.
So this brings back
So it
memories.
brings back all kinds of memories. One thing we haven't got here that I had at home was a pond.
So maybe there's future plans there.
Now let's see if we can get anybody interested in building a pond here. That would be lovely, yeah.
How does being in this garden make you feel?
Well, I always feel happier if I've been out here, yes.
So what's your favourite part of this garden then?
There's no way that's my favourite. I mean, what I really, really like to do is encourage the people who come for lunch, maybe before to come out, walk, do a couple of rounds of walk and then go and get lunch.
Yeah?
Or come out and have their coffee afterwards.
And what would be the benefit in them doing that?
Well, you know, just, I think, because then they talk to each other. It's become a real sort of little meeting place. And then they're getting fresh air. And then maybe they'll give me a plant.
It makes a day. You feel as if you've been out for the day, you've had your entertainment, and then you come into the garden, relax, and just finish off a day. It's perfect.
It feels like it definitely has become an extension of the building, but also an extension of the people and their lives and their everyday life.
You know, a lot of people come first thing in the morning, they're dropped off, and then they're picked up at 4 o'clock. It's comfortable, very comfortable. And for mental health, it's, you know, there's no better pill than having fresh air, the garden in bloom, and people just enjoying the environment.
It's a real cure.
Absolutely, better than any medicine.
Yeah. Today's proved to be another beautiful reminder of the healing powers of nature. No matter what your age is, it's really just got to be all about connection, collaboration and coexistence. Isn't that just what we all need?